What do you think Notch wants us to do as we enter the world? A. Punch a tree. B. Punch a sheep. C. Punch a baby villager. Or D. All of the above. Well, jokes on you, it was none of them. And instead, Notch wants us to gather 15 dirt blocks, power up, and brutally shatter your ankles. And that's what the answer would be if you were dumb. But instead, our first real step is to actually gather some wood. Then we turn our planks into some wooden tools, and then we venture out to build ourselves a small temporary shelter. According to Notch's original vision, Minecraft was meant to be a survival journey, not just a building simulator. The temporary shelter represents the early struggle phase of survival. As night approaches and monsters spawn, you need that creep protection just enough to survive for the first few nights while you gather some more resources. Ooh, iron. Apparently, we're supposed to upgrade our wooden tools to stone tools, and luckily for us, we stumbled upon some iron and some coal, which we then use to craft some torches, and then comes day 2.
Good morning, sleepyheads. I am not Ryan Sherihan, bro.
Starting off day 2, Notch instructed us to collect seeds to build a farm, even though there's plenty of mobs around. But eventually, I stumbled upon a village, found some iron armor, and then started my farm there. Then after collecting my wheat, I used it to complete the next step which Notch had planned, which was to create an animal pen. While you're here, take this time to subscribe. If I wanted to expand the amount of colors I have, I'll need an insane amount of wheat, so I built a second farm. Apparently, Notch preferred aesthetics over efficiency, and my cow pen isn't looking so pretty at the moment. So I used some leaf litter and placed it in the pen to make it look like cow I know, I'm very creative. But right after, I decided to get started on my second temporary house. Going off the fact that Notch prefers aesthetics, I'll be building my home out of cherry blossom planks. This isn't my proudest work. My building skills could actually use some work. But now Notch instructed us to head out and find a cave, as we can't just go straight mining, as Notch was more for organic miner. Wait, that didn't sound right. After a few minutes, we stumbled upon a decently sized cave where we gathered every ore we could find. But now heading deeper into the cave, Notch instructed us to torch everything so we don't get lost when we're trying to leave. But to even leave this cave, we needed diamonds. So after collecting a few, we decided to leave, but then this happened.
Oh my god.
Well, take 2. After completely restarting and getting back most of our progress, we went back into the caves, mined back our diamonds, and left. So now we could move on to our next step. When Notch found redstone in the cave, he would experiment with it. Not with automated farms, but a simple contraption. So I did just that. And by crafting a piston, placing a few redstone and a lever, we have ourselves a working contraption. Now this leads us to our next step, which is going to the Nether. We don't specifically need a diamond pickaxe to mine obsidian to go to the Nether, as we could easily use a water bucket. But Notch wasn't a speedrunner, so this time we'll be going old school.
You are fucking joking, bro. Right, that's our portal.
Before going to the Nether, Notch says to collect about a stack of cobblestone and craft golden boots so the piglins won't get mad at us, and then we can enter.
You are out of your mind. I can see why Notch told us to carry a stack of cobble, bro.
The steps for the Nether is relatively simple, with our first ones being exploring and finding a fortress.
But we gotta find a Nether fortress. I mean, he did say take things slow. There we go. Where's the fortress? We need to find a fortress ASAP, bro.
While on our way to finding a fortress, I decided to complete some of our other steps, like call it nether quartz for building. Getting back on track, we didn't end up finding a fortress, but we found a bastion. And within our steps being exploring, that's what I did.
I have a feeling that I might die in here. The feeling is very strong. Roots break your shield, so they're scary. Oh no.
Well, I guess we're starting over. We gathered back our planks, some cobblestone, and collected some pumpkins for later. Then I went to gather some food and started on my base, and then we slept. And now that we've completed day 1 priorities, I left my base to find someplace better, where we stumbled upon a village, and started on my next step, which was to create a farm.
This isn't the prettiest farm you've seen, but honestly it could be better.
And right after, we got started on our animal pen.
Hey, you stop making my fucking house.
I probably shouldn't watch this.
And now we move on to our next step, mining. Even though the first rule of Minecraft is not to dig straight down, I did it anyways.
Oh my god, what the hell?
I swear, once I entered this cave, every mob wanted me dead. But now we could actually start mining.
Oh, there's diamonds right there. Let's go. Oh, a 2 vein? Oh, 3 vein? Oh, okay, I can roll with this.
Notch also wants us to place torches in the cave so we don't get lost. But now we could actually start mining. And after collecting everything we needed, we headed back up to the surface, and now we are ready to go to the Nether once again. So we collected some obsidian and built our portal.
There goes nothing.
The rules for the Nether still remain simple, with us exploring, mining some cores for building, finding a fortress, and getting ender pearls.
Oh wait, we found a fortress. Okay, yeah, this is it. Oh, those blazes are so cooked. Oh, there's already a blaze there.
Now the goal is to get 8 blaze rods and collect a few nether wart if we find any.
Yeah, I'm not going for that. Alright, that's 10. Now, it's time to get some nether wart. Some fortresses, I know they don't grow nether wart for some reason. Oh, nether wart.
And now getting one step closer to beating the game, Notch says we can either trade with piglins for ender pearls or hunt them the natural way.
There we go.
And now returning back to the overworld, I worked on my farm and crafted the ender eyes needed. Now Notch suggested us to prepare for the end by brewing any pushed up tools that might help you in the final fight. We didn't have any bottles, so I gathered some sand and crafted them and started brewing.
Oh yeah, we need phantom membrane.
I wanted to craft slow falling potions, but since phantom membrane is required to do so, we had to wait 3 nights before phantom could spawn. But in the meantime, I worked on my farm for the last time and went into the nether to gather some glowstone as we needed to craft some more strength potions. Then I went back to the overworld, sheared some sheep for wool, and collected some sugar canes as we would need it for later on. Notch says once we wrap up the portal room, we should decorate it. So using the wool we got earlier, we crafted 3 paintings. Notch also suggested that we should wear a pumpkin head while fighting the ender dragon so we don't accidentally look at endermen. Using some extra obsidian, we crafted an enchanting table as Notch suggested that a sword with sharpness 1 or 2 would be useful in battle. And now it was back to waiting for phantoms to spawn.
Oh wait, it finally spawned. Oh my, okay. This is it. Come on. He sent me dropped one. Oh wait, it did drop one.
Using the phantom membrane, we brewed some slow falling potions, and then using the glowstone we gathered earlier, we brewed some strength potions. And now we're ready to search for the stronghold. So we crafted some diamond armor and went on our way.
Oh, the hell? Okay. Oh, the portal room's right here too.
And now that we were in the portal room, our next step is to decorate it with the paintings from earlier.
There we go.
Set a respawn point and ignite the portal. The steps for the ender are relatively simple. Destroy the end crystals and defeat the ender dragon. At this point, I felt unstoppable. Doing all of Notch's steps, easily taking all the crystals to my bowl, and just about 5 hours of work, I could finally rest.
Alright, there we go. We got all the crystals now.
Since Notch was in the speedrunner, we can't use any base to our advantage, and we could only use our sword.
So close. Come on. Spawn is like 3 shots away. Whispersion again. 2, 3, 4. Let's go.